Hi guys, today I thought I would do a bit of a different video. This one is called How to Avoid Being Scammed on Reddit. Or, the other side of it, How I Helped Make the Scammers Better. Which sucks, but it's true. This video could kind of be used in the wrong way too, and I just want to be clear about that because they're going to be better after this video. The first thing to say is I use our mechmarket and our hardwareswap. They're cool places, and I like to go there. So the other day, I decided I wanted another webcam for my web stream. A couple, in fact. So I went and posted this message. I have $40 in PayPal. I'm looking for a C920 webcam. No scratches on the lens. I have up to $40 on PayPal, including shipping and fees. For one, actually, I'm looking for a couple of them. Let me know. So I got a reply pretty quickly. One from Yosemite here, who says, I have one I can part with. I'm not at home, but $40 would work depending on shipping costs. I'll send you my refs as soon as I get home. Cool. This is going to work out. Then I took a look at who Yosemite is. Well, Yosemite's only been on Reddit for the last 18 days. So that's kind of concerning. And his link karma is 1, and his comment karma is 0. So he's probably posted some comment somewhere, and people didn't like it, which is kind of unusual. So that's a bit weird. So I would say that's his first red flag. It's not like the death knell here. He's just a new user. Some users are new. But I thought we better take a better look into this. I'd originally offered a trade, but he came back and said no, he'd rather do PayPal. By the way, my references are here, and he put in brackets Gabriel Daniels. Now, I have no way of linking that Yosemite is Gabriel Daniels, except that I have a document that says that Gabriel Daniels is in good standing. So, again, that kind of raises alarm bells. At this point, I'm going to assume that Yosemite is not Gabriel. So that's a pretty big red flag. In fact, that's a full-on goddamn red flag. At this point, I can't trust this guy, and I know it. So I decide to give him a chance anyways. I say that's an awesome way to give references. Can you send a timestamp of your camera when it's cool with you? Thanks. And he writes back, I'm sorry, what do you mean? Were you sarcastic or something? And you mean a timestamp of the camera? Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I was kind of being sarcastic, let's be honest. You've just told me that your name is Gabriel Daniels and I have no proof of it. But I replied that I wasn't being sarcastic. I just thought that Pokemart was a cool thing. Whatever, I'm not that worried. It's through PayPal. I know that PayPal will give me the money back. If he doesn't have a verified PayPal, it's another red flag. I don't know how many this guy's going to get. Anyways, he replies and says, Pokemart's where he usually does his stuff, and here's a picture. Why don't I go check it out? So I click on the link. What do I get? This thing. Now, at first glance, you think this is pretty reasonable. It's a time-stamped, boxed thing that I'm looking for, but there's something that just doesn't quite sit right with me. And let me just show you exactly what that thing is. It's that thing. The timestamp has this weird edge on it. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever used Photoshop, but you would use Photoshop to try to clean that sort of thing up, not make it there. I circled it in red using a terrible Photoshop method so you can see exactly what bad Photoshop looks like. So I said, can you take another pic for me? I mean, that's reasonable, right? You send me a dodgy Photoshop file, I'd like to see another pic. This time, maybe 2 or 3. Back on the main post, this happens. He writes that he sent me a PM followed by another user, if deal with op falls through, let me know. Then he replies back, will do, dealing with the op at the moment. And so what this is really doing, this is like an old scamming technique. They're pressurizing me at the moment. They want me to go ahead and just be impulsive about this and just get it. Anyways, he replies back to me with a picture of the back of the box. Now, it's pretty unusual to take a picture of the back of the box, especially with no further timestamp. So I'm not even going to bother showing that to you. And then he follows it up with another post back to me that says, I've sold it to the guy who replied to the post. Sorry, I'm shipping it out now. So he's pressurizing me again. He's saying that other user that was out there, oh, well, he's come good on the deal. He's reacted quicker than you're reacting. And he's doing that twice over. So I go back to the main page, the main post, and I write, apparently sold it to the other guy. Because he apparently sold it to the other guy. Then he zings back with another reply. No, didn't sell it yet, LOL. I'm in the process of. He didn't reply to my reply yet. Well, have you sold it or not sold it? The answer is here, I haven't quite sold it. The door is kind of open for you. Are you still interested based on all my pressurizations? So I replied back, but you said I'm shipping it out now. Remember? And he writes back and says, yep, I'm packaging it because the deal is almost ready. Now, this implies a couple of things here. You still have that window of opportunity, but I'm packaging it up, so no chance for any further pictures. I mean, for real. Back on the original post, I got a message from Mr. underscore K7. He says, I got a PM from this guy saying that he would sell me a Game Boy Micro with 2 games. I asked for better pics, and he never replied. Before that, I was on eBay and saw the pics he sent me when he made the offer that was the same pics from a post on eBay. So yeah, just be careful. I replied, thanks for the heads up. I mean, I was already pretty convinced this guy was dodgy as fuck, but I thought I would check it out. Well, over on eBay, what do you know? There's the picture. If you're not sure, here's the two side by side. The one on the right has the dodgy photoshopping on it. This is the original post that he stole it from. Okay, so the jig is up here. We know now for sure this guy's a phony. So I decided to write to the ops on hardwareswap. And I said, no scam has occurred yet, but this Yosemite has all the hallmarks. Very new registration, very little karma. Sent me this as reference, but there's no way to link him to the name Gabriel Daniels. He sent me a timestamp, but it does look photoshopped. At the time, I didn't have the eBay reference, but I knew that something was fishy. He pressurized with a second Redditor during the transaction, and I asked for further evidence, which he never provided. Again, no scam here has occurred yet. I haven't gone ahead with it. It just feels really fishy, and I thought I would bring it up. And what did the op from our hardware swap say? He's already banned, but thanks. Unfortunately, that didn't stop him getting through on PMs to me. So let's just conclude this. Basically, our mechanical keyboards and our hardware swaps are great places to go and do trades. But unfortunately, there are people out there who are trying to scam you. And they're using pretty advanced techniques. Here's a checklist so you can see if you should go ahead on any deal. First, can I trust this user? Is their username something that's been around for a while, got some karma built up on it? Are they regular Reddit users? The second question is, am I being pressured? Is there some sort of pressurization that I'm feeling inside this transaction? And the third thing is, does it look like something that was photoshopped by a fucking retard? Because if it does, you can probably tell that somebody's just trying to do it quickly. You know, their heart's not really in it. The last thing to say is beware the long game. Recently, there's been a case in the mechanical keyboard community where a user named Ivan has claimed to be doing a number of things in the background. He's even come good on past trades and past group buys. Unfortunately, it turns out that the most recent transactions that he's taken place in are not real. They are not genuine. And so there is a scam happening through his account. But all is not gloomy. You can still have good, happy trades with other enthusiasts. You just have to beware the sort of hallmarks that you're going to find in these trades gone bad. Look for people who have, positive heatware, positive feedback, who've completed other transactions within the community. Look for them to be able to prove their identity. I go by the name Ski with Pete in a variety of different places. I have a reputation, and I try to maintain that reputation. You can find me as Ski with Pete in a number of places. You know that I'm not just suddenly going to disappear on you. If you can't say the same about somebody like Yosemite, you probably shouldn't be dealing with them. Look, just by contrast, I should show you one of the cameras I went ahead on. Check this out. Very straightforward, very simple. He's got his name on it. Try to Photoshop onto that curved up thing. Look, it's easy to take photos and have a post-it note there, and this guy's proven it. He's actually got 6 photos up of this device. Look, it's so easy to take pictures. They're everywhere. And look at who the user is. This user has 3 years, 5 months, loads of link karma, loads of comment karma. The guy's been around for a while, so I think that I can trust him. He's a Redditor just like me. So don't be afraid of being scammed. Go out there, have a good time, but just remember the hallmarks. What's going to make it look dodgy probably is a bit dodgy. And if it's too good to be true, it's definitely dodgy. Go have fun out there. Don't be scammed. Do the best you can. Remember to use PayPal and don't send his friends his family. That way you can always get your money back if anything goes wrong. Cheers, guys. Have a good one. Thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. If you have any questions about this video, any comments you want to post in the section below, have you been scammed? Have you been close to coming to being scammed? Do let us know. Share your experiences. And don't forget, the downside of this video is it's going to help scammers get better. They'll know what to do better in order to trick you a little bit better. And unfortunately, we're going to have to continue evolving our radar. But like I say, if you can see that this is somebody that you can follow a history of, you can see the other trades that they've participated in, things get a lot safer and a lot better. Again, enjoy yourself out there. Reddit is an amazing community, and it's awesome to be able to trade stuff with people who have awesome stuff and who take good care of it. Thanks again. Talk soon. Don't forget to check out my other videos. Lots of other cool stuff going on, electronics, lots of keyboard stuff, lots of Raspberry Pi stuff. See you guys back again soon.